A trapped whale suddenly stops struggling when rescuers arrive. An elephant remembers the person who saved it years later. So here's a fascinating question. Do animals actually know when humans are helping them? Imagine you're trapped. You can't free yourself. You're scared, stressed, and surrounded by strange creatures you've never fully understood. Then suddenly, one of those creatures removes the thing that's hurting you. Would you understand that you were being helped? This is exactly the question scientists have been trying to answer for decades. And the answer isn't as simple as yes or no. Animals probably don't understand human intentions the way humans do. They don't know we're thinking, I want to save this animal. But research suggests that many animals can recognize something extremely important: the difference between a human who causes harm and a human who removes it. And that ability may be far more advanced than we once believed. To understand this, we first need to look at how animals see the world. Humans often judge others by their intentions. Animals usually judge by outcomes. If an action reduces pain, increases safety, provides food, or removes danger, many animals are capable of remembering that experience. This happens because survival depends on learning. Animals that learn who is dangerous and who is safe have a better chance of staying alive. Scientists call this associative learning. It's one of the most important survival tools in nature. But in highly intelligent animals, something even more interesting happens. They don't just learn patterns, they remember individuals. And sometimes those memories last for years. One of the best examples comes from whale rescues. Every year, whales become trapped in fishing nets and ropes. These ropes can cut into their skin, restrict movement, and eventually kill them. When rescue teams arrive, many whales initially panic. But rescuers have reported something remarkable. As ropes begin coming off, some whales become calmer. Some even stop fighting completely. In a few documented cases, whales appeared to hold still or adjust their position while rescuers worked. Scientists don't claim whales understand the entire rescue process. However, whales possess enormous brains and advanced learning abilities. Research shows they can recognize patterns, remember experiences, and solve problems. As the pain and restriction disappear, the whale may begin connecting human actions with relief. In other words, it may not understand human intentions, but it may understand human effects, and that's enough to change its behavior. Researchers have seen similar patterns in elephants. Elephants are famous for their memory, but their intelligence goes far beyond simply remembering locations. Studies have shown that elephants can recognize individual humans, distinguish between different groups of people, and remember encounters years later. One famous study found that elephants reacted differently to different human voices based on how dangerous those groups had been in the past. Think about that. The elephants weren't treating all humans the same. They were evaluating them based on previous experiences. That's an incredibly sophisticated skill. When elephants are rescued from injuries, droughts, or difficult conditions, caretakers often report strong long-term recognition. Some elephants appear excited when familiar rescuers return years later. Scientists believe this happens because elephants evolved in highly social family groups. Remembering relationships is essential to their survival. The same memory system that helps them remember family members may also help them remember helpful humans. Another important clue comes from great apes like gorillas and chimpanzees. These animals are among our closest relatives. Research has shown that they can recognize faces, remember individuals, understand basic cause and effect, and even display forms of empathy. In long-term studies, gorillas often learn which researchers are familiar and which are strangers. Over time, they become more relaxed around trusted humans. Why? Because they remember previous interactions. Scientists believe great apes build mental records of social relationships. Just like they remember members of their own group, they can remember humans as well. When a human repeatedly provides food, medical care, protection, or peaceful interaction, that human becomes associated with positive outcomes. This doesn't necessarily mean the gorilla understands human compassion, but it does mean it recognizes a beneficial relationship. Even animals that aren't considered highly intelligent show surprising abilities. Studies on deer have found that they can recognize individual humans through sight, sound, and smell. Researchers discovered that deer react differently depending on their previous experiences with a person. Someone who frightened them may trigger an immediate escape response. Someone who never caused harm may be tolerated much more closely. This ability gives deer a survival advantage. Running away from every human wastes valuable energy. Learning which humans are dangerous and which aren't helps them make smarter decisions. But here's where things become really interesting. Some scientists believe certain animals may possess a basic understanding of intentional behavior. Research involving dogs, horses, dolphins, and great apes suggests that some animals can distinguish between actions performed intentionally and actions performed accidentally. For example, experiments have shown that animals often react differently when a human deliberately refuses to give them food versus when the human appears unable to give it. This suggests that at least some animals may understand more than just outcome. So how do animals react when humans rescue them? The answer depends on the species and the situation. Initially, fear is the most common response. From the animal's perspective, humans are often large, unfamiliar, and potentially dangerous. Even when we are helping, the animal may resist. An injured deer may struggle. A trapped whale may panic. An elephant may act defensively. But once the immediate threat begins disappearing, behavior often changes. Animals may become calmer. Some stop resisting. Some remain near rescuers after the rescue. Others show long-term recognition during future encounters. These reactions suggest that many animals are processing what's happening around them and adjusting their behavior accordingly. So, do animals know humans are helping them? The honest scientific answer is sometimes, probably yes, but not in the same way humans understand help. Most animals aren't thinking about kindness, compassion, or rescue missions, but many can recognize patterns. Many can remember individuals. Many can distinguish safety from danger. And many can learn that certain humans consistently make bad situations better. The more intelligent and social the species, the stronger this ability appears to be. Which means that when a whale stops struggling during a rescue, when an elephant remembers a caretaker years later, or when a gorilla trusts a familiar researcher, those moments may be more than simple instinct. They may be evidence that animals understand far more about us than we once believed. Animals may not speak our language, but science is revealing something incredible. Many of them are watching us, learning from us, remembering us, and sometimes recognizing the difference between a human who brings danger and a human who brings hope.